Hello Apocalypse Pony players, this is Timothy from Apocalypse Pony, and here I am going to show you one of my latest redstone contraptions. As you are able to see up in the radar up over here, you might be able to figure out what it is already, but I believe that I have created the very first flush, silent, 5x5 programmable redstone lamp display. The way that this works is based off of all those different levers. They will turn on specific pixels to be able to make different shapes. I can flick up 1 and it will turn on the 1 like a die. I'll be able to put it to 4. It'll remove the 1 and it'll put up to 4. Able to remove 4. Come up here, put it on 12. It'll put it on what I think is a good 12. I'm able to remove 12 and put it on 19, which all look relatively good. It's 19. I can put it on 24. And you might be able to guess what this one's going to look like. And I'm able to put it on 25, which is the same as full screen. It has all the numbers from 1 to 25. And then there's going to be an extra little bit here where I'm going to be able to program more different shapes in. So the repeaters kind of look kind of random, but I assure you that they're not. The way that this works is currently there is a signal going from the lever that's down there. It goes into a repeater here that travels through these blocks and goes all the way down there, powering off these torches. When you flick one on, when you flick on one of the levers, we'll do this one right now, 21. You can see that it's lighting those up because it's turning off the ones that have been programmed in. As you're able to see, there are spaces in places where there's not going to have any pixels showing for that one. But this one, there's pixels showing right up until here, where the first one is this pixel will not be showing, so this line is not going to turn on and won't turn on that specific pixel. I'm able to program any single number, any single shape, any single whatever you like that is going to fit into a 5x5 grid like so. So I'll give you an example of my programming. All I need is a redstone torch to be able to program it in. So the thing that I'm going to do here will be I'll draw it really quickly. It'll be with wool. It will be this kind of shape. The crude 5x5 Medotech symbol. Can't get it much better than that. So that will be what the shape will be in a 5x5 area. So I'm going to go program this. The way that this works is that I have correlated a number to each of these pixels. For example, that's 1, that's 2, that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 11, 16, 21 to 25 up there. So I can remember the first couple that I'm going to need to have. So I'm going to put it right in the center. I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need to turn on 6, 7, 9, and 10. 6, 7, 9, 10 is how I'll first remember it. So I'll come over here, go into the first row that I have here, that I already have ready to go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And now I also know that since the top ones are going to be the same, I'm able to skip 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and then do the same pattern. So from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. To repeat the pattern. 1, then empty, that, and that again. Then I'll go back to the 5 that I had, because this is the middle row, these 5 right here. And since there's one right in the middle of the middle row, I'll put this one right in the middle. That's 13, I believe. So I can flick this one on, and then the symbol will come up. This is programmable to anything. Here is how I did it back here. It's a little bit of a mess, but the way that I started it is that each of these repeaters, actually I'll come over here. Each of these repeaters correlates to each of these blocks. They use a repeater redstone block pattern to travel and go to each of these 5 blocks here, signified by the whites, and then they travel into these long lines that each lever will power a repeater of. So then this will be the second row. It's a similar idea, except right on top, and it powers a block at the end that correlates to this one. Then came my problem of finding a way to get the middle 3 lamps powered. Oh, crud. Get the middle 3 lamps powered. These 3. I thought there was absolutely no way of doing it, because that if I did somehow manage to find a way to do it, that I would end up blocking the row for the 4th one, because I can't place blocks here to put repeaters on top. I can't power repeaters into that, because I need to power each one individually. So the way that I did this is I used a block and redstone repeater thing here, and then just inverted the signals of this. So this is an inverted signal all the way back here, which uses another cool little technique where I just dip it down and I pick it back up, and then I bring it all the way back over here and then split them back up. 2, 3, 4, 5. The next one get a little bit cool. This is the one where I'm using signal strength as a way to determine what I need to get those lit up. So I power this one, and then it travels 15 blocks, and then it reaches this one. So that was the only way that I was able to actually get this to work without using a ton of repeaters, messing up the delay. So this is the most convenient way to do it. Just fill that up with the redstone, come down here, and then it'll just reach the repeater or the redstone torch that needs to be turned on, which in this case was the middle one that needs to be turned off since it's an inverted signal. Turn that one off. Yeah. And then the top row is the same idea, except that it's using half slabs there, so it's not going to be touching that. So it's not going to be touching these torches. It has a block on top of that, lifts it up, does the same trick all the way back over here, and connects to the last 5 blocks back there. You're able to make any single signal, any shape that you want, just by using this programmable display. The reason that those repeaters are similar to that and they don't look like a very nice pattern is because in order to get this so that it's able to go all the way across and that it won't have a cutoff in the middle like that. If I wanted a cutoff in the middle, I'd be able to put the repeaters on that, but I didn't want to do that for the first 25 numbers just to make it look good. So all I did was I went to the 15 block mark and then found, okay, so where is the farthest along, or the closest repeater to this, or the farthest along from that way. So, oh, well, this is the closest, farthest away from it, so that all those other ones are powered. Coming here, oh, well, this one's also powered, but this one's closer to it, so it works just as well. And just to show that these work, I can do that, and you can see it powers all the way just barely over there, so that was a really good place to put it. And that's how I went all the way across with that. As you'll be able to see, these are mirrored right along this line. It does look like a pretty cool design, however. And then I'm going to go in groups of 10 or 13 all the way across this way before cutting it off again. So that's the very first symbol. I'm able to turn that one off, and if I want, I'm able to stack multiple things on top. So if I want, I can put on, say, let's do an example of, just put on 10, which is that symbol, and let's say I put in 10, and I think, which one was it? Put in 10 and 13. They just stack on top of each other, so you can't see 10 anymore. But if I remove the 13 and 10, put something like, what's a good one? If I put in 3 and 18, you'll see how it covers it up. That makes another cool pattern. That one's not the same, but you're able to stack them on top of each other and make a bunch of other cool designs. You're able to find this on the Apocalypse Pony server on the builder plots. And yeah, this is Math Geek from Apocalypse Pony, signing out. Have a good one, guys.